Hello, this is Candace. I'm a life coach with myspocklife.com. Let's talk today about anxiety. If you've watched any of my videos, especially the last one I posted about being a coronavirus escapee, then you'll understand some about what I'm talking about today. And to be honest, I don't even know where to begin because it's quite a large subject. Number one is the appearance that we give versus the reality. So if you scroll through Instagram or other people's social media sites, you see that, wow, they are living a good life. And while, yes, there are many things about others' lives or even my life that's very good, there's the reality of what's going on behind the scenes. There are a couple of people that I follow and I really like the work that they do because they're so honest and so transparent. One is Glow Abroad and the other is Matt Diavella. And I've been recently looking at some of their posts and it always refreshes me because I see that they live a life very similar to mine, even if their visibility is different than what mine is. And I just needed to talk about what's going on behind the scenes in my life. Yes, we are on our vacation and enjoying it for the most part throughout Southeast Asia. We've done some great activities, had some wonderful hikes, stayed in some great hotels. Bean gets to swim in the pool almost every day, which is a joy for her. And I'm trying to relax. Why is trying to relax something that I would have the need to say when I'm in what many people would consider paradise? Well, number one, I was talking to a friend the other day and she's stuck in her house in China and she hasn't been able to get out or even go back to the city where she lives. She's in her hometown where she went to for Chinese New Year, but then with all of the quarantines, she's kind of stuck there. And she said, Candace, I think I'm just going to follow you on Instagram and that way I can be happy. And I said, but it's not everything that it appears. If you want to follow me, you can follow me. But let me tell you what's going on here. Some of the worries that are on my mind or things that cause me to be anxious is I don't know if I'll ever be able to go back to the city where I have been living for the past 3 years. And if I go back, then should I keep my apartment? Until then, should I not keep my apartment? The projects that I'm working on, because I'm not actually physically there, will I receive full compensation for that? Will my housing allowance come through? Will only some of my housing allowance come through? Should I cancel the apartment? But then if I'm going back, then where would I stay? And the list goes on and on and on. And then on the other hand, with my family in the States, my dad's in the hospital. And I have been thinking strongly, well, should I cancel my scheduled vacation early to go and sit at the hospital with my dad, who has been battling with his health for God knows how many years. And a lot of it is self-inflicted, and we've talked about it. And then basically when I saw him last summer, because I was raised a conservative Christian, and I found that it's more liberating for me not to follow that way, he basically condemned me to hell. And so it's like, well, should I go back and sit at the bedside of somebody who has this opinion of me? I mean, of course I can go and be a help to my mom, but every time I talk to her, it's like that's her joy and that's what she wants to do, is sit there and look for all of the positive things about his health condition. And then on the other hand, I think, well, what if this is the last time that I have to see him? Do I really want it to be on my conscience that I never put forth the effort to go and even see him in the hospital. Oh, goodness. And it doesn't stop. And it goes on and on and on. I know that many times when we're struggling with anxiety, when we're struggling and facing stress, there are methods and ways of managing our stress. And when I am on a fixed schedule, I can do that quite well. When I know that I'm going to go to work in the morning and Bean's going to school and I am on a fixed routine throughout the day, it's much easier. But when you're on vacation and only some of your routine can be fixed, like I get up in the morning and go to the gym or go for a run and then spend time with Bean at the pool and then eat breakfast. So things like that, once it is on, that schedule is finished, and then you have to find a way to finish the rest of the day while managing your anxiety and your worries about the future. It's like, how can you do that? Here's the one thing that I have found to do. Stay as much as I can in the present moment. A quote I read said that depression is from living in the past and anxiety is from living too much in the future. And I can struggle with both of those when I choose to dwell in the past or in the future too much. However, when I give myself 1 minute at a time, not even one day at a time, but 1 minute at a time, I can work through that minute and I can manage my emotions. So that's what we're doing. We've planned as much as we can for the future. I don't know what the next 6 months will hold. Part 2, the continuation. So what I am doing to manage the stress and to manage what is going on is to live in the moment 1 minute at a time. I don't have supplements with me, or at least not the ones that I feel are very helpful, or the essential oils that I feel are very helpful when I know my hormones might be going crazy due to my monthly cycle of things, monthly cycle of life. And the best thing to do is take it 1 minute at a time. In this 1 minute, it is a beautiful day. Bean is happy in the pool. I'm going to join her in the pool. I don't know what will happen in the next week. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 months or even to the end of the year. And while I can plan for it and I can do my best to be prepared for the future, none of us know. We only have this 1 minute. So the best way that we're going to manage this time of uncertainty is to live in the moment. I hope that this has been helpful for you. And if not, you know someone who can benefit from this message. Please share it. Like, share, follow, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.